Hey, how's it going, YouTube? I'm back in the video, and today I'm going to talk about why Russell Westbrook could be one of the most disrespected players in the entire NBA. Now, it is kind of weird to say a former MVP is a disrespected player in the NBA, but really ever since he won his MVP, I think people have been throwing tons and tons of disrespect on Russell Westbrook's name for pretty much no reason. So I'm going to get into a few reasons why I think Russell Westbrook probably should need more respect on his name than he actually does get throughout the NBA and among the NBA fan base. So I'm going to get into all that in the video, and if you do like the video at any point, hit the like button and subscribe button. That would mean the world to me, because I mean, look, if you do like the video, the like button's there for a reason. You know, you like the video, you hit the like button. It's simple, you understand? Yeah. And then, I mean, if you think you're gonna like the video, well, you might as well hit it now anyway. I mean, and if you realize you don't like the video halfway through, just leave the like and leave. You know, you don't even have to do anything. And then also, if you really like the video, you could hit the subscribe button, but you don't have to. It's whatever. I would just really like you to, but you don't have to do it or anything. It's fine. But yeah, with all that out of the way, let's get right into this video. Now, my first reason is going to be the lack of attention that is even given to Russell Westbrook. Now, yes, part of that could probably be the fact that he plays for the Washington Wizards right now, and let's be honest, who pays attention to anyone on the Washington Wizards? Bradley Beal averaged 30 points a game last year and didn't make the All-Star game last year. So let's be honest, it's not just because people don't like Russell Westbrook, they're not paying attention. Him being on the Wizards has not helped him at all either. But also, I mean, when the dude is averaging a triple-dub throughout that season, I think he deserves way more attention than he has gotten, because, like, I don't think just because he makes triple doubles look so easy and make it look like it's just like a normal thing that he should do, that doesn't make it any less impressive. There's a reason not everybody in the NBA is out here averaging a triple double, and that's because they simply can't. So pretty much Russell Westbrook's out here doing what most people can only do once or twice a season on pretty much a nightly basis, and that's pretty much where the lack of attention comes from. Because let's be honest, if LeBron was out here having a streak of having like 5 triple doubles in a row, people would be going crazy. He's the MVP, he's this, he's that. But Russell Westbrook has been averaging a triple-double for what, the past 4 seasons, and only has 1 MVP to show for it. And I know it's weird saying only 1 MVP, but if it was good enough to win him 1, I understand that maybe some of these are more inflated stats due to bad teams, but he's still been a very impactful player on a lot of teams he's been on. And he's not like in any means he's putting up empty numbers this year, as ever since he came back from his injury, or like actually got consistent playing time with the Wizards, because at the beginning of the season he was kind of on and off, missed a few games, was getting load management, missing games, resting and stuff like that. But ever since he's consistently played every single game this season, they are 21-17 since that stretch. They have a winning record and would be a playoff team out in the Eastern Conference if he was there pretty much healthy the entire season, as I mean, they have a winning record when he plays, or at least in the consistent way he plays. If he would have consistently been playing all season, maybe the team would have had a much better chance of making the playoffs. You never really know, but I mean, from what we've seen so far, you can assume they would be much closer to making the playoffs than they currently are. I mean, it shows you how impactful Russell Westbrook is, but since he's so good on a nightly basis and he puts up such great numbers on a nightly basis, people don't pay attention to him, and he's pretty much being hurt due to him being so good. And like, people like to bash on him like being a bad teammate and all that, but like, when has he really been a bad teammate? He was the most loyal player in the OKC Thunder. He had to leave because, I mean, Kevin Durant left, and what's he gonna do? I mean, he's not gonna just stay there his whole career and waste away his career. He was pretty good in Houston, but I mean, he said he didn't like how James Harden acted, and we saw a little bit how James Harden's character kind of shone through. Like, he was kind of a bad teammate, all this, getting a fight with rookies and stuff like that. So Russell Westbrook wasn't really in the wrong for wanting out of that situation, in my opinion. So I personally believe he has a bad rep for pretty much no reason, and he also does need way more attention than he gets, because he is still one of the most exciting players in the entire NBA to watch. Now, my second reason is going to be the whole narrative that he puts up empty stats, or that he can't be the man on a championship team, or at least one of the best people on a championship team. And I think these are just both dumb arguments, because people try to do the same thing with Trae Young. And yes, Trae Young's teams aren't talented, or not talented, but they haven't been the greatest since he's been in the league, and he's always put in high offensive numbers, but people say he doesn't play defense, so those numbers don't matter, which just isn't true, because that offense he does provide is extremely valuable for the Atlanta Hawks. Now, yes, he's a bad defender, but that's a big part due to his size and just like his lack there of the tools to be a good defender. So really, Trae Young, he does what his job is, and that's to score the ball, and he's one of the best offensive point guards in the entire NBA. So that whole argument is just dumb to me, because if you're out here giving your team 10 assists, 10 rebounds, and 20-something points a night like Russell Westbrook is, that is helping your team regardless. And I mean, to say he can't be the main man on the team, or at least one of the main people on the team, is also stupid, because his first year with the Oklahoma City Thunder, I mean, that team had no business making the playoffs. The first year that Kevin Durant left, should I say. That team had no business making the playoffs, but here comes Russell Westbrook, averages a triple-double, wins the MVP of the league, and then goes on to, although lose in the first round, be a very, very exciting first-round exit at that. So, I mean, for sure, he can lead a team to success by himself, and I mean, everybody needs help. Even LeBron and Kevin Durant need superstars on their team, so obviously he can't single-handedly carry a team there, and to say that he's not good enough of a team player is ridiculous, because I mean, this year he is not even averaging the most points per game on his team. That is Bradley Beal, and he is still averaging a ton of assists, because Russell Westbrook would rather pass to Bradley Beal and let him shoot shots and let him get his points up, because he knows Bradley Beal is probably a better all-around scorer than what Russell Westbrook is. So what Russell Westbrook has done, he has shot less shots. He's averaging one of the least amount of points per game in his career pretty much since he got in the league. So he is showing he is unselfish enough to take a back seat, at least in the scoring column, and say, Bradley Beal, you can score the majority of the points. I'll do the rest. I'll do hustle and everything like that. Because he is one of the most fiery, high energy, high motor type players in the entire NBA. So I think for sure he is very overshadowed by the kind of narrative the media tries to put on him, where in fact he has shown that he is unselfish to the point to where he will take less shots, he will score less points if it means the team can be more successful and the other stars on the team can play better as well. So for sure, I think he can be the man on the team. And a lot of people's arguments like, oh, he had James Harden and Kevin Durant and Serge Ibaka on the team and he didn't win a finals. Well, I mean, they were all, what, like 22 years old going against LeBron James in the finals. Durant was not the Durant we know now. Westbrook wasn't the Westbrook we know now. And James Harden sure as hell wasn't the James Harden we know now either. So, I mean, those are just dumb arguments. And the empty stat narrative, like I said, even to show that it's even worse of a narrative, is because this season, when Russell Westbrook is on the court, the team has a better field goal percentage. They score more points per 100 possessions. Their assist percentage goes up. And then even when he's on the defensive end, the defensive percentage goes up. The defense efficiency goes up. And then when he's off the court, all that goes down. So he does overall help the Washington Wizards become a better team when he's on the court. And it's not like he's a detriment because he's chasing stats, because that's just not what he does. Even because like most players, even if they were chasing the stats that Russell Westbrook's putting up, they could not do it. So it's just a dumb argument to say that he is putting up empty stats, or that he's not good enough to be the man, or he's not a type of player you can be to win championships. Because I guarantee you would place what, James Harden with Russell Westbrook, and the Brooklyn Nets are equally as scary, or Kyrie with Russell Westbrook. That team is just as scary as it would be with Kyrie Irving. So to say he's not a superstar level player is just ridiculous. I mean, people don't like him because of how he handles himself, but I do think for sure that these arguments need to be put to rest, and that is just way too much disrespect to be putting on someone as good as Russell Westbrook. But unfortunately, guys, that's more for this video. So comment below, do you agree with me? Do you think Russell Westbrook is one of the most disrespected players in the NBA? And if you do agree with me, I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. And if you don't, who do you think is the most disrespected? I'm curious. I want to hear what your thoughts are in the comment section below. And like I said, if you like the video at any point, hit like button and subscribe button. It would mean the world to me. Because if you watch this far into the video, I mean, come on, you obviously like the video. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, help me out. We're so close to 2,000 subscribers. Cannot thank y'all enough. And I hope you have a blessed day. Have a blessed day. So you need to have a blessed day. All glory to God. See you in the next video. Goodbye. Boo. Blah.